interesting things. And look at gold. And we are live here in Nashville. I am sipping on a coffee. I'm going to show you guys some literal treasure I purchased, my most recent pickup, and get you guys feedback on that. We're going to talk about the gold and silver market, everything is going on. We're going to talk with you in chat and see what is in everyone's cart. What are you all up to? But ladies and gentlemen, woo! Look at that. Look at that, July 13th. Bang. Yeah, we've got a lot to talk about. A lot's going on in the world. There's a lot of geopolitical issues. And as people are logging on, let me just go to BBC News. Not that I trust them for news, but just to kind of, as we continue to bring up and we can see what all the primary talk is about around in the world. And we do have people coming into chat. We got David Carlisle. I'm sure he's doing a spin wherever he's at. We got a bunch of people in chat. We've got Mad Stacker. Hey, Mad Stacker. You guys, I'm about to show you a $17,000 precious metals and non-precious metals pickup and get you guys feedback on that. And again, we're going to talk about current events. We're going to talk about gold and silver. But first off, as you all are joining, please smash a like. But who is excited about this recent silver move, right? Were you expecting it? Drop some ones in chat if you're excited. And I mean, look at this. That is such a quick, that is a quick move, which is promising, which is very promising. And as you all are logging into, let me bring up the gold to silver ratio. We'll see what we're currently at with the gold to silver ratio. And we're just going to have a little bit of a blast here this morning. But first, let me take my coffee and I'll take a little sip in honor of Uncle Sal. Yep, and smash that like button and let's get into it. First off, a little ad. What are you all thinking about this run up in silver? Is it temporary? Is it temporary? Are they going to smash it and suppress it down? Now, for those of you new to stacking, the reason most of us stack is because we believe it's a preservation of wealth, right? Preserving our buying power. And we believe that over time it's going to account for that, and we'll end up with more money or buying power locked up than if we kept it in papers or other types of commodities or what have you. Now, usually most people don't consider silver and gold as an investment, really just a way to preserve your wealth, right? Investments, stocks or bonds or real estate or any of these things, those are all double, triple, quadruple your money over time, whatever it ends up being, okay? Gold and silver, most people think is not going to do that. It's just going to basically preserve your buying power. So if you sell it in 10 years and make $1,000, did you really make $1,000, or is that just your buying power that ate up the inflation, okay? However, I do think at this time in history, we are in the position for it actually to be a very explosive partial investment. Now, don't get me wrong, I do have a retirement. I do other things like mining stocks and other types of investments, okay? But gold and silver is where I lock up a lot of my stuff. Now, who wants to see my most recent investment? It's in this green box right here. Who wants to see this most recent investment? Let's see who wants to see it. We got Catfish here. We got Patty Vandal saying hello. Of course, we got Mad Stacker. We got David Carlisle. Everyone's smashing like. Okay. People want to see it, so here we go, guys. This is my first one ever. Now, if you can get one of these at MSRP, meaning from the store, for the most part, it's a really good buy. I bought this for $17,000. I bought this for $17,000, and I could immediately sell it for $20,000. Why? Because I bought it at the MSRP. Now, to get one of these from the shop, it took me 4 months. I had to befriend a guy, build a relationship, etc. But I finally got it. It's my first one ever. Here we go. Bang! Look at this. Now, I ask, why would you buy a watch for $17,000? Well, a couple reasons. One, everything you see on gold here is actually gold. This is all gold, okay? So I do have my precious metals. But Rolex, over the long term, has had very good returns, very good preservation of wealth, and it's a family heirloom. Am I going to sell this ever? Probably not. I mean, I could. Or if it was an end of day scenario, I could. But I might pass it on to my son once I find Mrs. IS. Mrs. IS, are you out there? I might do a lot of stuff. So what this is, it's a Submariner. And again, anything gold on here is gold. The rest is stainless steel. But it's my first one ever. Why else did I get it? Besides family heirloom and investment. I mean, it's a status symbol. It's a status symbol of success. And look at that puppy. So, what do you guys think? How do you rate my newest pickup? On a scale of 1 to 10. And again, primary reason I got this is for the investment and the flip potential. I could have immediately made $3,000 on this because I got it at the MSRP price. But I am wearing it. I'm having fun with it. And guys, I'm going out on a bunch of first dates here in Nashville. I'm meeting a bunch of girls. You know, Tennessee seems like a great state, more on the conservative side. No income tax, so I'm thinking about settling down in the area. So I guess I'm trying to find a reason to settle down. So looking for Mrs. IS here in Tennessee. But anyways, it's nice to wear on the wrist when you're going out on dates, right? Yeah. MC Silverwolf says he loves the Sky Dwellers. Sky Dwellers are nice, but I mean, beggars can't be choosers, guys. It's very hard to buy Rolex from the store. This is the one that was available, a Submariner. I mean, it's classic design, and it was a version with gold, so that's why I went with it. So that's that. Going back to the markets, I hope everyone's smashing like, yeah, I do have a PS5 here. I was playing some Call of Duty earlier. But a lot's going on. Silver's going crazy. A lot of instability around the world. I mean, if you look here, this is just the BBC. A third of Americans are under extreme heat advisories. And guys, be prepared for extreme heat. Be prepared. What if your power goes out? Okay? Do you have water? Do you have other ways to cool down? Do you have an elderly family member that lives in a cabin with no AC and maybe you need to go pick them up for a couple days, right? So stay weather aware, okay, where you're at, and make sure people in your family and people that you love are going to be safe, because elderly people are at a high risk. So we got high heat. They're talking about strikes from Hollywood. Hollywood probably needs to be on strike and go away, honestly. They've been turning out a bunch of garbage except for The Sound of Freedom. If you have not seen The Sound of Freedom, I saw it 2 nights ago. And you guys, I have subscribers that are conservative. I have subscribers that are liberal. I have subscribers in the middle. And a lot of the mainstream media has been trying to turn this into some crazy out there movie. It's literally a movie where a guy that works for Homeland Security rescues kids that are being sex trafficked, okay? What's controversial about that? And it's raising awareness. And many of you, okay, here's two stats that every American should know. 1, there are more slaves in the world today than there were when slavery was legal. And 2, the highest consumer of child S-word, I don't want to say it, I'm going to get censored, is America, is the United States. That is super depressing. It's super disgusting. So more awareness needs to be out there. So go see Sound of Freedom. I saw it. It was great. D. Leeter is saying, international producer Michael Stacker, laugh out loud. Well-chosen watches, have appreciated, but how long can the bull market last? Well, the bull market in watches has actually had a bit of a pullback over the last year, which is another reason I got this. Now's the time. Silver Wolf, that's right. Very proud of you. Can't go wrong with the Rolex. Thank MC Silver. I got myself a Pepsi Rolex and a Sky Dweller during COVID, and the price has just gone crazy on them. It has. You guys, there's some Rolexes you buy for $15,000 and you can immediately sell for $40,000. It is just insane. The Rolex will help you sell yourself to gold diggers, though. I mean, Deleter, yeah, it will, but I mean, it's all on how you wear it and when you wear it, right? You don't, and where you're picking up these girls at, okay? Like, here's the bitter, cold, hard truth. Girls are looking for somebody who can provide for them, a provider, and also somebody who can protect them. It's inert. It's in their DNA. From the beginning of time, they had to find the caveman that could protect them and provide for them. So that's why if you're like a confident guy that shows signs of success, that's what girls are looking for. But you got to walk that line very carefully, because then you can attract gold diggers, or you can go over the top and seem like an arrogant a-hole. Okay, so it's about doing that right, which is what I'm working on now, guys. So I got a bunch of first dates this weekend, and again, I'm not trying to find Mrs. Right now. I'm trying to find Mrs. Right, you know, because I'm at the phase where I want to kind of have kids and do all that. So we'll see how that goes. You're making great investments. Don't lose 50% trying to find Mrs. IS. Fast Eddie, don't worry. They won't pull a fast on me. I'm looking for a girl to complement my life and to start a family with, not to be the center of my life. I'm going to keep pursuing excellence and all that. So don't worry, guys. MC Silver, we love gold diggers because they add gold to the stack. That is funny, MC Silver. That is hilarious. Okay, let's see what's going on. War in Ukraine. I'm curious what you guys think. I'm going to throw up a quick poll here. Should we stop supporting Ukraine? No right or wrong answer here. I'm just curious where the chat lies. I know what I think, but the poll is up, so make sure you do that. Yeah, Rockzilla prenup. Now, I for sure am going to do a prenup, okay? For sure. Because of my stack and different things. This watch, right? So I'm definitely going to get a prenup, but I'm going to do it in a way that hopefully doesn't insult anybody, right? And a way that's perceived value on both sides, i.e. infidelity clause. So I will do that, do not worry. And even Dave Ramsey agrees with me. If you have a net worth over $1 million, he says to get a prenup. Nomad with guitar, what is up? Saying hell no. I'm not sure. Oh, about Ukraine. Okay, so the poll, okay. I'm going to end the poll, and please smash like. So I ended the poll. 89% of you in chat think we should stop supporting Ukraine. 10% say we shouldn't. Well, how does that work? It says 89 and 10. So really, it's probably 90-10 is what it works out into chat. So that's very interesting. Maybe on a bigger live stream when we got a couple hundred people in chat, I'll run that again just to see kind of people's feedback. That'd be fun. Okay, so we got Ukraine, we got climate, and you know, this is where I think a lot of people get the climate change argument wrong, right? Because it's either there is climate change or there's not climate change. Well, I mean, we've had ice ages, folks. If you look back at the beginning of time of the Earth, there's been climate change. That's not the argument. The argument is, are humans, are people causing the change in the climate, right? So that's the argument. But with the climate always changing in the world and continuing to change, we are starting to have a lot more storms, crazy storms. I mean, unfortunately for me, business is good right now. That's why I haven't been making as many videos, but I got a ton of content piled up. So I'm going to be editing it for all you, and I think you're going to love it. Catfish Custom says, Mike Pence said not concerned with U.S. cities, more concerned with sending arms to Ukraine. Yeah, I saw that. Wild times to be alive, folks. Wild times. But yeah, that's insane. Here's the channel, guys. We're at 31,000. We need to get to 40, then 50. Over 1,000 videos. And, you know, if you've never seen my oldest videos, some of my older videos, like, they'll have a couple hundred views, but like, look, I found a whole roll of silver, or my first unboxings. I used to unbox, like, primarily my channel was all unboxings at first because I thought that's what everyone wanted to see. Here's my Bitcoin mine back then. Look at that, 6 years ago. Boy, how does time fly. That's my Bitcoin mine. But if you go back and look at some of my oldest stuff, there's some very good stuff. I've streamed buying gold and silver in Egypt and Dubai, and look at this. I talked about I lost a bunch of silver in the airport in France. Fell out of my pocket. I didn't know it. It was gone. Look at this. Newport Beach. Bunch of unboxings. So check out some of my older videos if you like my stuff, and I think you all will be pleasantly surprised. Including, there was a Civil War between myself, Yankee Stacking, and Silver Baggins back then, right? He's now Silver Dragons. That's funny. I mean, look at this live stream. Literally, I live streamed this. This is from a hot air balloon in Egypt over the Nile River in the Valley of the Kings. So, I mean, look at that. This is from a hot air balloon. And look, that's Yankee stacking in the chat. This was such a wild live stream. Hey, you just popped up in my feed. Can you do a short intro? Hey, Kyle. Hey, Kyle. Oh, we got Rock in here, everybody. Yeah, we're talking the market. We're talking the recent run in silver. I just unboxed this, my first Rolex ever, $17,000. This is all gold. Bought this primarily as an investment, but also as a family heirloom and to entice the Mrs. International Stacker. She is an elusive beast, but we're going to find her. Yeah, this was such a crazy stream. Hot air balloon. Let me fast forward here a little bit. I'm enjoying a nice coffee. I hope if you're in the morning, you're enjoying a coffee, or if it's night, maybe a nice little beverage. Yeah, this was such a wild stream. The Nile River is literally right there. That's the Nile River. So my point in showing you this is don't sleep on my old videos, okay? Do not sleep on them. I guarantee you, you're going to find some crazy stuff. I've got over 1,000 videos. How crazy is that, guys? Over 1,000 videos. Yeah, and I get people that talk trash like, oh, you don't do Jacqueline channel. Oh, how'd you get those subs? Blah, blah, blah. Well, it took 1,000 videos. Okay, imagine all the time shooting, the money spent to film those videos. Look at buying gold in the Saudi Arabian market, buying gold in Saudi Arabia. So imagine, oh, this is when I got my bar taken, my kilo of silver taken in Saudi Arabia in the airport. But imagine the money it took to do those 1,000+ videos, the travel, the time to shoot, the time to edit, the time to post, the time to do the thumbnail. It's crazy. All right, I want to show you right here. This is where my silver bar got taken. It was a kilo. And this is the kilo I gave away to one of you. If you're a new subscriber, I literally do mega gauze where I give away kilos of silver. I've given away probably close to 1,000 ounces of silver and some gold on this channel over this time. It's been crazy. Okay, I'm filming it. I'm going to pan up. I didn't want him to see me because this is in the Saudi Arabian airport right here. Ready? Bang. You see my bar right there? He took it and it's sitting right there. I was sketched out. I'm like, oh, is this guy going to take my bar? Is this guy going to take my bar? Oh, that was crazy. That was crazy times. That was absolutely insane. But yeah, so let me know what you guys think. Let's go back to chat and see what you guys are doing. Kyle is saying, do you guys discuss Bitcoin here or is it a no-go? Kyle, I got my start in cryptocurrencies. I was mining Bitcoin when it was $400 a pop. I have old videos showing my Bitcoin mines. I was a contractor overseas in Saudi Arabia. I met another American guy there. I got him into cryptocurrency, and he did much better than me. I mean, I did well, but he did really well. But he told me, I'm a stacker. I'm like, what's a stacker? So then he was showing me gold and silver and this and that, and I figured it out. So then I became a stacker, and I made this channel. So I'm primarily a silver and gold stacker to preserve my wealth, secure my future and create dynastic wealth to hand down. I also do, at this point in history, see it as an investment, but usually it's not. But I also play around with some stocks, some mining stocks, things like this. I do have a 401k for retirement. I do other things now like this Rolex, but I do still play around in the crypto market. Now, I see cryptos as a lot of the parts of cryptos as a total gamble. There's a lot of scams out there, so if you get into it, you got to be careful. But I've always done pretty well. So feel free to talk about crypto or whatever you want. But the premise of my channel is silver and gold because I feel like that is what's safe. Crypto's risky, stocks are risky, even 401k stuff could be risky if you're doing that wrong. All that can be risky. Gold and silver, knock on wood, I see is extremely low risk. Yeah, Johnny Kilo. Johnny Woodbridge, yeah, he won one of my kilos. That's funny. Yeah, you're a beast with the videos. The knowledge you spew has helped me so much. That's awesome, MC Silver Wolf. I am glad it's helped you. Could you have worn that around your neck as jewelry instead? Talking about the watch or gold and silver? Yeah, you could wear gold and silver as investment as jewelry. Actually, that's very popular in India. In India, they keep most of their gold as jewelry. But the reason why is because it's like illegal there to stack physical gold. It's controlled. So their way around it is they get jewelry that's 24K jewelry, and they actually buy it in the airport in Dubai a lot, and they wear the gold in. So that's how they stack their gold in India. Don't forget, there's countries where it's illegal to stack in the way we know it. So it might be jewelry, it might be rings, it might be, whatever. Kilo necklace. Man, that's like a rapper necklace. Crypto's risky, but Bitcoin is not. Here's why I think you're wrong, Kyle. I've always been a believer in Bitcoin. I got into it. I did very well. I still have some exposure. But here's why I think you're wrong. Do you think the government likes parallel economies that can send money and is not taxable and can't really be controlled and decentralized? Here's why I think it's extremely risky. Because if it's something a government doesn't like, they could come out tomorrow and say, Bitcoin is illegal. And if you have it, you're going to be a felon. So it's going to force you to either liquidate it and get rid of it, or take a risk and keep it, hoping you're not going to be prosecuted. That, to me, is the biggest risk in Bitcoin. Do I think Bitcoin is going to go to zero? Certainly not. But do I think a government could intervene, outlaw it, and force it to go to zero? 100%. Or outlaw and it goes to 100K, but if you get caught with it, you become a felon overnight and they lock you up? 100%. So that's my point on the risk with cryptos. What do you think, Kyle? Is that an interesting perspective to look at? But that has a lot to do with my life, guys, traveling around the world. 23 plus countries with you. I have videos in all these countries, and we've really explored a lot. But you learn a lot about the world and how things work, The world is a crazy place. Look, our tornadoes in the U.S. worse. I heard on Sunday we might set a new temperature record in Death Valley at 131 degrees. That's never happened before. Yeah, it's crazy. Kyle, what do you think they just hired those 60,000 IRS agents for? It's all in a ledger. It's all trackable. Yeah, it's anonymous if they don't know who you are in the ledger. But I mean, this is the U.S. government we're talking about that will spend millions of dollars to prosecute one person. You think they can't look up the Bitcoin ledger and look at wallets you're interacting with and figure it out? They certainly can. Which is why from the beginning I've always paid my taxes on my Bitcoin sales. Because I didn't want it to come later and I get in trouble and all that, so I've always paid my taxes on it. But I guarantee you, if it's about getting money through taxation, the U.S. government will spend millions upon millions of dollars to figure it out. And they did just hire, 80,000, 90,000, 60,000 IRS agents. They hired those people for something, okay? Government could do the same with gold and have done it before. That's right, Catfish, but here's the difference. Bitcoin is trackable. It's in a ledger that anybody can access. And all they have to do is figure out wallet addresses to figure out who people are. Gold and silver is physical. You can hide it. Sure, they might find it or whatever. There's a million things. You could lose it all in a boating accident, okay? So one is trackable and one's not. And that's why it's great when you're buying gold and silver in person in these different places. Like, all of that is untrackable. Not telling you here to do anything illegal. There's nothing illegal with that. But one is completely trackable. You have no option of it not being trackable. And the other one can be trackable, depending where you buy it from, or can be untrackable. Get it? Great Scott in the house, dropping the tiger head. We've got Silver saying, yeah, but it was an executive order illegal. Hey, I'm not saying that it was illegal or not legal, right? All that is horrible. All this would be horrible. But has something being legal ever stopped the government? Come on. Every government around the world does illegal things all the time. All the time. It's just a matter of if they get caught and what the public perception is. Let's see here. Catfish saying agree, great point. Great Scott, says David Carlisle. Just stack it. Hello, IS and stackers. What is up? Just stack it. We're having a fun time. But what do you guys think about the silver price? I mean, we're about to break 25. So let me break this chart down. We'll take this to a one-day chart here. Well, that's not going to work. Okay. Let's take it to a 5-day. So here's the recent run-up, which was July 13th. So we were sitting at, I want to go back a little further. So we have not been to this level since about May. Last time we're at this level was in about May. And we've been in kind of moving sideways for a while. But July 12th. So let's see what happened on July 12th. July 12th. World news. Let's see what happened on July 12th. 5 things to know for July 12th. Floods, actors strike, North Korea, GOP primary. Headline. You know, I'm trying to see what was going on in the world. 10 things you need to know about July 12th. Let's see what that says. Committee hearing to focus on far-right extremism. Biden administration says federal law outweighs state abortion bans and emergencies. Judge declines to delay Bannon's contempt trial. BA5 now dominant. No one cares. No one cares about the bear flu anymore. Japan holds private funeral for Abe. Biden hails gun safety. Pharma asks FDA to approve birth control pill. Barr subpoenaed in Dominion's lawsuit. Judge says Lindsey Graham must testify. James Webb telescope for... Okay. This telescope's been amazing, guys. That's really going to change the way we see things. Huh. So nothing too crazy July 12th, but yeah, we had this jump up. And you can't deny the volume. So, like, if you ever were, like, trading stocks, like, on the market, I used to do some day trading back in the day. Like, one thing you're looking at these moves is the volume. So these spikes down here, the higher they go, that's the volume, how many people were buying or selling. So that is a significant jump, 23 to like 24. So we're talking like what, 70 cents roughly. And then from the 13th through to close on the 14th, we went up another 96 cents. Wow, that is a move. So the question I'm going to ask you all, and I want you to put it in chat. Press 1 if you think on Monday this is going to continue to go up. We're going to break 25 and go to higher highs. And press 2 if you think they're going to smash it down and manipulate it, trying to suppress it for as long as possible. Now, you guys, just like anything else, the government or industries or big business or any party out there can suppress gold and silver if they have enough money. But the theory behind it is you can only suppress it so much, and it's like a spring. And it's like you're holding down a spring. Eventually, that spring is going to let loose, and what it is going to be catastrophic. So great, Scott. So we got 2 thinking that gold and silver is going to break through 25, go to new higher highs. We got a couple people saying it's not. So we've got a dead even right now, what you all think. I'm thinking we break 25. Everything is manipulated. It doesn't matter. The banksters will accumulate all the assets. Do you think that markets reflect true value of anything? I agree with you, Gots Silver. Everything is manipulated. So it's about knowing the sandbox or the playground or the rules we are in. I was just getting a call. Well, anyways, it's probably a call for me to get to work, guys. So I've had a good time on the stream. Smash the like button. I hope you guys liked my new pickup. Again, investment / family heirloom / I'm going to lure in Mrs. International Stacker. I did get this at MSRP, so it was an awesome buy. So I hope you liked it. Watch my old videos. Like, comment, subscribe, and I guess I'll say, catch you on the next one. Oh, and shout out to the channel members, because if you're a channel member, you can actually drop this catch you on the next one custom emoji, and you help support my stuff. And Herbash, shout out, getting here late, but he is mega. He is a channel member. All right, and let me give you guys some gold coins. I'll give you guys some silver coins. And I guess I'll say, catch you on the next one. Woo! Smash that like button.